Family, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be giving you the top 10 wide receivers I believe that are currently in Madden. But some notes that I do want to attain: these cards, they are all subject to change with every release of every different promo, and then also a lot of these cards will be going based off of the ability discounts that they give. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of just wide receiver abilities this year, because I think offense itself in general is already way better than defense, more than any other years will be passed. But with saying that, not everything is subject to change. It will be ability based, and all of these cards are going to be ranked from 10 to number 1, 10 being the lowest, 1 being the best card in the game. So without further ado, let's go on and get into number 10 on this list. Coming in at our number 10 spot, we have Vincent Jackson, RIP, a great wide receiver. But standing at 6'5", 230 pounds, 93 speed with a 90 acceleration, 88 short route running, 92 spec catch, 89 medium with a 93 deep. Like, at the end of the day, I always tell everyone, you cannot teach height. And with him being this big wide frame, standing at 230 pounds, 6'5", I'm not quite sure what abilities this card gets. So he would get red zone threat for 2 AP, third down threat for 2 AP. Red zone threat may be something that can get glitchy with it, especially with that 6'5" frame. Do I highly suggest running either of these abilities on this card? More than likely not, which is probably going to be like a very constant in a lot of these cards that we're going to be going over today. But hey, Vincent Jackson, 6'5", 93 speed, you can't get much better than that. Next, we have Julio Jones. This card is still great, even at this point in the game, with the 93 overall, which you would think so. But with 93 speed, 92 acceleration, 93 catching, 93 catching traffic, 93 short route running, 92 medium, 91 deep. Now, unlike that Vincent Jackson, I want to say Julio Jones hits the thresholds for all route running ability or all route running stats for all Madden. I want to say Vincent Jackson hits them all for all pro. Let me know down below if I'm right on that. But the thing is about this Julio Jones, not only does he just create separation, but standing at 6'3", 220 pounds, 77 strength, this card is able to do a lot of damage against any type of defense, regardless of what scheme that you are running. And also his 1 AP ability, which is why he's going to be number 9 on this list, he gets outside apprentice for 1 AP. Now, if you're a type of person to run bunch or any type of spread formation, and if he's lined up on the outside of those hash marks, you can put him on C routes, corner routes, and 2 other additional routes. I'm not quite sure what they are, but those are the 2 routes that will absolutely destroy either man or zone. And standing at 6'3", you can't really just, you don't get much better as far as the price. He is also currently going for around 200K, maybe even less. So hey, if you can pick this card up for around like 150, that is going to be a great investment for any starter up MUT team or somebody that's looking for just a third option to throw the ball to. Next, we have AJ Brown, 93 speed, 92 short route running, 90 medium, 93 deep, 6 foot, 226 pounds. So a nice size frame on him. What separates him, also, I don't like the fact that I have 2 Eagles players on this list, maybe even more once we get down. But he gets slot apprentice for 1 AP, and if you're not running Hot Route Master on your quarterback or any type of apprentices everywhere, that 1 AP can definitely save you a lot. The same with that Julio Jones, with the different type of route and combinations that you can scheme up out there with corners, posts, anything of that nature. Number 7 is going to be this man right here that just gave my Dolphins a complete nightmare during the AFC wildcard game. But 94 short route running, 91 medium, 91 deep, 93 speed with a 95 acceleration. This man is fast, and he can get to that top speed a lot quicker. No, I do not think that he has any different abilities that separates him from any other wide receiver. I just think this Rashod Rice, going for the price that he is currently going for, is going to be a good option, especially for a 93 overall. I think that this is not, I wouldn't say budget, because like y'all know my definition of budget, but if we're going from that 200 to 250K range on budget players, Rashod Rice is definitely a viable option for a wide receiver 3. Coming in at number 6, we have Randy Moss. So that just comes to show you how good the wide receiver position is right here. Is when Randy Moss doesn't even crack the top 5. Now, number 6 and number 5 on this list, what I'm about to do right after this one, you could have some controversial thoughts on it, and please let me know in the comment section below if I messed up on this take. But the only reason why I feel as if you would get this Randy, maybe he is cheaper than number 5 on this list because they just came out with reductors for this card, and there's also a special offer going on. But 6'4", 95 speed, 94 excel, 91 short, 92 medium, 93 deep, 94 catching traffic. I chose this card over having Darius Hayward-Bay, even with the Ghost of Madden pass chemistry equipped on him. Like, this card just absolutely balls out. And if you use his season 2 card, that 92 overall, he stayed on my team almost to the end of season 3. Like, that's just how good this card was. And that's how good this card can still continue to play. Now, yes, I know number 5 on this list is NFL Youngboy himself. Now, this may be a little bit of bias. No, I'm nowhere close to being a Steelers fan. But this man is an absolute baller. 94 speed, 94 short route running, 91 medium, 95 deep with the 93 catching traffic. Yes, Randy Moss has him beat out in certain stats, and you're losing 1 inch of height. But George Pickens, this card just finds a way to get open. As you can see, his 2 1 AP abilities right there. This card just balls out. Contested catches, his CIT should definitely be a 99. His strength should be a lot higher. This card can do everything out there on the field. This is what I feel as if one of these cards, the stats don't show their productivity. 75 run block is also something that Randy Moss cannot do. This guy can do all aspects of the game that you need him to do. You need him to run short, medium, deep, and also run block at the same time. George Pickens is your guy. Now, you know good and well this is not going to be no OG video without having a Dolphin up in this top 10 tier list. 95 speed, 93 short route running, 92 medium, 94 deep. Yes, I do know he's on the shorter side, so you will probably run him in your slot or anything like that. But I do feel as if, and I do strongly believe that the shorter receivers this year, obviously it doesn't really matter unless you're just trying to throw jump balls to them. But the way that they can get in and out of lanes is way better than anybody that is like taller. And I think that's what they said it was going to be like. So 95 speed, 95 excel. And if you even put them on a theme team, so my Tyreek Hill currently has 96 speed. It just causes so much separation, even with some of the best man coverage defenders in this game. And some of the gameplays that you hear me talking about, and they man up with Tyreek Hill, do not man this little dude up. It's not going to end well. The way that he can cut on routes way better than somebody with a wider and larger frame than him. But yeah, Tyreek Hill, he had to crack the top 4 list for me. Now, as disgusting as this is to say that we have a Cowboy in the top 3, you just got to give respect where respect is due. 6'2", 200 pounds, CeeDee Lamb, 94 speed, 94 excel, 91 short route running, 92 medium, 94 deep route running. This card, I personally haven't used him, but on a paper standpoint, this card is amazing. Whether it's your wide receiver number 2 or your slot wide receiver, he can play any aspect of the field. No, do I think he's the absolute best option for that wide receiver number 2 spot or 3? No, I don't. But the fact that he's able to get short out elite for 2 AP is amazing, because we all know man is still a pretty decent meta in this game. And if for the people who don't know, short out elite essentially destroys man press. So if you ever getting man blitzed and pressed heavily, short out elite, if you can get the time, and all you need is like 1.5 seconds for short out elite to light up, and then next thing you know, you just can throw a streak down the field to CeeDee Lamb, and he's going to be open. Now we are definitely into the heavy hitters of them pockets. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have Mr. Zay Flowers. 96 speed, 96 short route running, 94 medium, 95 deep. Now, he also goes on the playoff theme team. which is now can get up to 60 out of 60. So you can get a 99 speed wide receiver at this point, standing at 5'10". And the same thing that I said about with Tyreek Hill, this guy is going to be virtually unguardable in the slot. And he has the price tag to prove it with still going over 2 million coins. So, and then also with the number one spot, you will see why I say that the shorter wide receivers matter a little bit more once we go ahead and get to that number one spot. But overall, this card is cracked out. 95 change of direction. He can't really just do anything with the run block aspect, but if you're a pass heavy person like me this year, hey, if I could afford him, unfortunately, I would probably trade him out for Tyreek Hill. Now, coming in at our number one spot out of Georgia Tech, standing 6'5", 236 pounds, we have Calvin Megatron Johnson. 96 speed, 93 short route running, 95 medium, 97 deep. This is by far, hands down, the best card in the game. Not alone from the size, the speed, the route running. He also gets a double me X Factor, aka Cruise Edition. It starts on for 6 plays, and I want to say that it's off for 3. It doesn't show it right there, but I have it equipped on him because I own the card. So essentially, you have a card that if they only running pick artists out there, or they're not running any abilities on their cornerbacks or safeties, you're essentially saying that I want you to throw it up to Calvin Johnson. And so just having that thought in your mind of being the person that's on defense playing against this card, you want to try to, scheme up something. Do I need to double him this play? Is he going to throw it up? It just causes a lot of unnecessary and overthinking for your opponent when you see a glowing X Factor that's double me out there on the field. And so that's why Calvin Johnson has to be number one on this list. Hands down, the best wide receiver in the game. I've enjoyed using him, and I never vouch for having a card that's worth 1.9 million coins to stay on your team. But Calvin just made me change my whole perspective on that, just because of how dominant this card can really be. But as always, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if I missed any cards that you think needed to be in this top 10 list. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and also subscribe. And if we can get 10 likes on this video, hey, we'll come back with the quarterback tier list in the next one. But until next time, my brothers and sisters, I'm out.